Big hood in the building. What up? How about the boys? The Dallas Cowboys, they is. What up? What up? How about the boys?
Back at that so we know when.
What up? How about the boys? What up? They bring the noise. What up? I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
Ugh, OOF. All
Yeah.
of us are out of office right now.
Yeah, this is the first time.
F.
Where are we though? We are in Fort Worth, Texas. We are down here from all the way from Vancouver, Canada, to watch tomorrow's Thanksgiving Day game. But before we dive into that, we're gonna do a little bit of pimp action.
And before we actually do any of that, we got to say crack 'em if you got 'em for you because you did a
Oh, you didn't hear us say it.
and then I'll do this.
Crack 'em
Oh!
if you got 'em.
Okay.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, crack 'em if you got 'em, number one. Is that what you're asking about right now? What that is? Oh, that's a right.
We have been
that's
day
a rite of
drinking
pa-
all
yeah,
day.
that is a rite of what is the term?
Rite of passage?
Rite of passage, yeah.
So we're gonna pimp out the socials a little bit. If you're looking for anything Dallas Cowboy, fuck me, Cowboys.
No, if you're looking for anything
anything Dallas
Dallas Cowboys
Cowboys
orientated, go to
CowboysCanFan.com.
That's right,
Which is
exactly.
the one-stop shop for anything Cowboys Can Fan. You got our Twitter, our TikTok, our Instagram, our YouTube. It's everything. You got them all. Just head there. You can hit it all.
And because we're OOF, out of office. Office?
OOF.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it's OOO.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. It's not. I can't see the OOF.
Oof.
But because
I was
we're,
with ya.
Because we're out of office and we're on location, I don't have any of the graphics to show the Instagrams. Alex, we know he's clearly not prepared to pimp them out yet.
I have the things that me and Anthony need to look at, but I did not orchestrate anything for the visual
Right.
watchers.
Which
on
is
this
fine.
list.
Which is golden. We got a bunch of shit we got a bunch of shit we're gonna run through. Obviously, usually our visual YouTubers, you're not gonna see anything. It don't matter. You're here for our great ass personalities and our great asses. So, what do we got? Like we said, we are in Dallas, Texas. Technically Fort Worth right now, but we are in Texas. We're full of beer and we're full of brisket.
Oh, yeah.
and we're ready to rumble.
Listen, how was that fucking brisket today?
We did get
Oh, man.
stuffed full of brisket, and that was something else.
Brisket and ribs. It was it was called Lockhart.
Well,
at Live
Lockhart.
Texas Live.
Yeah.
That's right. And Anth was getting a little cranky, and there was lineup after lineup after lineup, and so me and Adam had to just get into a food line, and then Anth went back to the bartender who was open where no one else was looking to get booze, and got us.
I was running beer.
Got us more beer.
I was the beer runner.
You were the beer runner.
Well, you guys were the food runners.
I only bring that up. I did throw in the cranky thing, but it was true, and also
I was getting cranky.
But also, it was thankful. For Thanksgiving, I'm thankful that Anthony went and got those beers for us.
Before we jump into anything else, I did see this thing, and it was a comedian saying that anyone that says hangry, and what was the other word? It was another word, but it was hangry, and then another stupid word. I say hangry all the time,
I say hangry. I say hangry all the time as well.
and I don't feel less of a human for saying it.
Neither do I.
Fuck that guy. AJ, what do we got
fuck that
going
guy.
on here tomorrow? Raiders, Cowboys in Texas.
Raiders, Cowboys in Texas. There's a lot on the docket, and I think the number one thing that we've all kind of been wondering is, will Tyrone? I always get that. Tyron Smith.
There's no
play.
E. There's just no E.
Yeah, Tyron.
So
know
like
what?
you B that's what I mean. BYRO. Like say if a guy's name was Byron or Byron.
Byron.
So you spell you pronounce it like you would pronounce Byron.
But
So
what
Tyron.
about Byroni?
Well, there would be no. Then he would have IE at the end. That'd be like if you spelt the guy's name Tyrone.
Like
He
Potts
would be
Mahomes?
You're right.
like Potts Mahomes?
Yeah, Potts Mahoney.
So Tyron Smith, kind of if like Byron Leftwich, that's how you say it.
Tyron.
Byron, right?
Was this where you just educating?
Yeah, Alex, because Alex
okay.
gets it wrong every single time.
I get
he
it
says
wrong every single time.
He says it, and then he goes Tyrone. I'm like, there's no. You got it the first time.
And guess what? Even this educational lesson that you just took me through will not stick. I'm always
fine.
going to call him Tyrone, Tyrone, the wrong name. But it doesn't matter. It looks like he's going to be good to go for Thanksgiving Day, and that is a huge thing for
Right.
our offensive line, because the last, say, 2 out of 3 games, the game plan of the defense has been disturb Dak Prescott, and you're going to win the game.
Yeah,
And
so Tyron Smith out last week, and not so much the Atlanta game, but the Denver game and the KC game. It was very obvious that the left side of our line couldn't handle the rush, just the one-man rush. Last week, it even hurt more because Lael Collins decided not to be able to block either. Getting Smith's leadership and experience and just his natural ability back out there, he's one of the top left tackles in the NFL. Having him back is huge. Anytime, even with Tony Romo, when he was out, there was a noticeable difference with how the team not only ran the ball but pass protected. So
we saw that during breakfast as you and I were eating it. They
blasted that out. We were having the complimentary breakfast at the Embassy Suites here. Great breakfast, by the way.
Yep.
Hit all points, everything you needed to get your morning going.
And I was sleeping. I was having a nice little late sleep in.
AJ was having a nice little sleep in. Another big player. I don't know if this is in order of how you want to talk about it. CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
So the 2 biggest players out for us were Tyron Smith and then possibly CeeDee Lamb after smacking his head down on the turf against KC at Arrowhead.
Yeah, so preface it right now. We're recording on Wednesday night. It's not 10 o'clock, so this is a late one.
10 p.m. CST.
Yeah. 10 p.m. Cowboys time, bitch.
Yeah.
Cowboys time.
So we're on Cowboys time, which is CST.
Yeah.
So
Legit.
and right now it's still saying that he may not.
CD?
Sorry, that he may play.
Yeah.
It depends what you read. We've got expected to play, we've got on track to play, and we've got just hopeful. So it depends which article you're reading. The one that we're reading right now is that he's on track to play this Thursday, and that's tomorrow. So with concussions, there's actually not a time that a player needs to sit out. It's just they need to go through check marks, basically. What those check marks are, the NFL never tells anyone. It's very secretive. We just haven't looked and checked it out, and it doesn't matter because we don't do that.
I mean, it's like any concussion protocol. If you were anyone that has a concussion and goes to a doctor, they're going to run through the...
Do you see three fingers or 2? Okay,
right?
He's good to go.
So headaches, light, obviously the reaction to light. We're not going to dive into this and pretend we're doctors. Yeah, but we have a hard enough time.
Okay. No one. So all we need to really know is that he has to get a third party.
Yeah.
A third party source has to deem him acceptable to play.
Yeah,
and they were already saying that he's looking good 2 days ago, so he should only get better.
The thing with CD being in opposed to being out, obviously this is pretty self-explanatory. We, as the Cowboys, we have a very good offensive set at wide receivers, but once you end up taking out CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, that's going to make it really tough as Michael Gallup gets pushed into the top spot with Seti the NT and like guys like Turner and Noah Brown in the slots. So he is really a pivotal point. Not having him in, but then having Tyron Smith in will allow us to kind of focus on a run game and not be in as much shit. But I mean, you guys have watched enough Cowboys games this year to realize CD on the field's a game changer.
Yeah,
I think having CD on the field obviously is going to make the defense have to watch him. Cooper's not playing this game.
Yeah, Cooper's 100% not.
Still out, and we can get to that in a second. But I believe even if I had to pick who should be in this game to give us the best chance of winning, I would pick T. Smith, because I still, even from our conversation just 5 minutes ago, and I'm not vaping down here in the States, but it's a residual memory eraser. But I think having our O-line being topped off gives us the best chance, because I love CeeDee Lamb is a special talent. Obviously, everyone can see that, but the Cowboys have some incredible depth in wide receiver. So if we had to pick and choose, get
Smith in's without a doubt number one guy. Without a doubt, offensive line Smith is a top 5 left tackle in the NFL. You guys watched last week. You guys watched against the Denver game. Dak Prescott had no time to Tyron Smith shores up that line instantly.
Yep.
And Prescott's throwing the ball. I mean, I don't know how this was more of a beginning of the year stat, but
It was like 2.2 seconds or
it
something.
was 2.2, 2.5, whatever. Let's say that he's throwing the ball under 3 seconds, which that 0.5 seconds does matter. It's more. We can see that he needs more time to set up to throw the ball. Then he needs another awesome receiver out there making a catch. And we all love Seti. We've been in love with Seti, the Ennie, and from the start of the season, he had some big drops, some impactful drops last game. So I can see an argument of being like, no, we do need a wide receiver out there, but I'm just not going to sway my opinion, and that's that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Come find me. Come find me in the crowd tomorrow, and
449,
Are you-
449, baby.
Are you working tomorrow, or are you at the game with us?
bruh.
Because you work at AT&T Stadium, don't you?
Oh, this.
I noticed. I knew what you were getting at right away.
Damn it! I didn't have your reaction on there because you're so like.
This is I'll peel back the curtain just a little bit. Both me and you work in marketing, and
Yep.
so I thought you were throwing some shade on me for Black Friday weekend here,
Oh, it's gonna be insane.
which we don't have to worry about because we're gonna be at the
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Cowboys.
we're gonna be at the Black Friday is Friday.
It is on Friday,
And on Friday we'll be at a high school playoff game, which is sweet.
which is sweet.
Honestly, which is what we were looking to want to do. I don't know how you found that out. I mean, because
I was
we
just
were
looking at the Star. So the Cowboys practice facility. I was looking at events there, and it said Friday, high school, whatever Division 8, 5, whatever the fuck it is.
Let's go, Lovejoy.
Yeah, playoffs on Friday. I was
is that
like,
who we're
that's-
going? I can't
going
focus
Lovejoy.
yet.
Oh, I'm such a Timberview fan. So
Okay, the other thing that's come out of the last few weeks, really, and I don't know how long this has been bothering him, but Ezekiel Elliott has been nursing a knee injury.
well, you saw it last week.
Yeah.
It's when the guy rolled up. Remember, he got tackled out of bounds and
Oh, for sure. But
right here, yeah. But he had previous. He's been dinged up a bit.
He's been dinged up a bit, but we talked about this before. No NFL player makes it to the end of the season normally.
Look at that picture
at 100%.
So obviously, no one can see what AJ and I are looking at. It was
we are.
when.
okay.
Oh, you got it on there.
Well, we can't see that you're
Please,
seeing
just
it.
because
but
we're
we
out of
know that-
office doesn't mean we're not going to
It
still be
was
able to see the
when
computer screen.
Zeke was rolled up kind of out of bounds, but he has had. He has had a couple. That brisket tastes good the second time coming out. He has had a couple instances like this where he has been slowed down. I don't think would be a bad thing if maybe we went a little Pollard heavy. I don't know what kind of trip you're going to try to take us on here, AJ, but I'm going to dive into our running stats from last week. If we want to have a chance against the Raiders, we need to run the ball more than, I think it was 16 times. I don't want to talk about the the KC game much, but if we want to beat Carr and his eyeliner, we need to run CD and Pollard more than Dak Prescott throws the ball. It's been proven time and time again that if the Cowboys run more than Dak Prescott throws, and I'm not saying anything about Dak's ability or Dak's mostly his ability. I'm not saying anything about that, but as a team, we need to be more balanced, and we weren't. The only chance we have against the Raiders is if we're coming balanced.
We definitely we only ran the ball 16 times total against
acceptable.
the Kansas City Chiefs. And that is something that's like, you don't want to say like, oh, if you do this, then that. Like the NFL is not an if this, then that league. However, it's pretty clear we have these two fucking studs in the backfield.
Splash and dash.
Splash and gash,
not
gash
to
and
take-
trash.
Not to take away from Dak. Now, I agree with you, Anthony. But let's look at the game plan that the Denver Broncos had and the KC Chiefs,
Yeah.
aka the Kansas City Chiefs had. Maybe they were a little bit different, but they both put the pressure on Dak to
Yep.
make him throw quicker. We talked about his quick release already. He does have a very quick release. Let's tie it all together. Basically, is that the algorithm, or is that the fucking equation to beat the the Cowboys.
Well,
let's put pressure on Dak.
I mean, that's kind of the equation to any.
Yeah.
But you have to counter that. There's ways to counter that. Last week, and I know that I'm saying that I don't want to talk about last week, but this kind of falls right into it. The way to beat pressure is to run the ball and to do screen passes. Our very first screen against the KC Chiefs was to fucking Schultz. Nothing against Schultz. Love Schultz. But you have Tony Pollard and CeeDee Lamb on your team, and you're doing a screenplay to Dalton Schultz. Like, I don't understand that, and maybe that's because they're getting they're getting to Dak with 4 guys. But going forward tomorrow, I would like to see some screenplays. You had talked about it. When we were kind of doing our pre-production meeting, you had talked about maybe Tony Pollard in that slot.
Tony Pollard running some wide receiver. Well,
some slot, like running from the slot.
Did you hear that somewhere, or is that like what just your own summation?
I would love to take that as my own thought. I
do
wake
it.
up and I think that, but it's not true. I woke up, I Googled Dallas Cowboys, and then I saw someone wrote an article about that. But you know what?
He's honest.
I'm an honest man, but I also believe in it so much that I will take it on as my own perspective.
Yeah, no,
let's look
It's
at
a good perspective.
So first of all, Pollard's only been in the league since 2019. That's kind of like, I didn't know that because I guess I've seen him since. I've been watching him play and liking him and wanting to be part of the Pollard family since 2019.
Pollard?
Alex Pollard. I think it has a good ring.
AP?
AP 84. No.
AP 84.
But his final season in Memphis, he was he was a wide receiver.
Yep.
He did run the ball a lot, but he caught 78 catches, which I guess equals 78 balls.
78 balls, yep.
So we come down here, we look at his Dallas stats, 2019 to 2020 in order. 15 receptions, 28 receptions. This is total year 2019. 2019.
Are you having a seizure?
2020, I'm having a little bit of a seizure.
Are you all right, dude?
And in 2020, he already has 25 catches, so he's already on pace to get like 50 catches, let's say.
Yep.
Give or take at the end of the
Career
season.
high.
So I don't think that's a bad idea. I think he could probably be multi-use if that's necessary. Now, if CD can play, maybe we don't need to do that because there is Gallup has
Yes,
returned.
I think you're right. I think that's a scenario if CD and Amari are both out. Why not get Tony Pollard in the slot? Then you have Gallup on the outside. Probably, I'm going to say probably Noah Brown would be the other outside wide receiver. But those 2 wide receivers, CD and Amari, if they're out tomorrow, it's going to be tough sledding. Actually, one of the strong points on the Raiders is their corners. So our young wide receivers are going to be in for a go if their 2 top dogs aren't in.
Right.
And I mean, we have not brought this up yet because everyone else fucking knows it because it happened last week. But
We didn't even talk about it last week. We kind of touched on it, but I didn't really know the reasoning for it.
and it's because we don't want to get political.
Yeah,
Okay.
COVID.
Hey, but let's just push all that aside. That the truth is, Cooper and his COVID test is fucking the Cowboys.
Right.
It is. So, and I'm fine with it's your body or whatever, your decision. But Michael Irvin quoted it best. You got a guy making $21 million this year who's now missing 2 games because he didn't take the vaccination. And I'm not saying that he has to, and I'm not saying anyone needs to do it. But when you end up playing for the Cowboys or playing for an NFL team or working for a company that is investing X amount into you, it's either do this because it's our policy or you're not a part of us. You know? And I know that sounds pretty 1984-ish, like demanding someone to do something that they don't want to do. But at the end of the day, this guy's making millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
There's people that are doing it to go out to eat at restaurants.
The biggest cliche saying is there's no I in team, and there's no I in Dallas Cowboys.
There is no I in Dallas Cowboys. That's
I like it.
absolutely right.
But there is a... I was trying to think of something off the top of my head.
I mean, does it feel weird
But
that
there is an I in Miami.
I mean, I don't follow any of the talks on who is
Me either, usually.
who's vaccinated, who's not vaccinated.
Because we don't care.
Because I don't give a shit. I
care.
don't give a shit,
No,
right?
I only follow
Unless-
their OnlyFans accounts.
Unless I do end up carrying when Amari Cooper's out for 2 games.
Yes.
And we lose 2 games because
Yes.
the motherfucker didn't want to take it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's your thing. But at the end of the day, I want to win ball games. And
Yep.
we got our asses handed to us last week. And if we get our asses handed after I've come down and spent all this money because this millionaire fuck didn't want to get a shot in his arm,
you know
I
what?
will be pissed.
You know what's even worse too is the fact that when we were going down to AT&T Stadium, I would love to have said that we did the stadium tour, but we forgot that with COVID and the fact that it's Thanksgiving week, that the stadium tour you needed to pre-book.
It was sold out.
So it was sold out, but
Would have been good.
we were down there, and obviously, like, if you need to fix it, I can mute you, and you can fix it.
It's fine.
Okay.
Just mute him.
Just giving you.
Just
hey,
mute me
look.
anyways.
You know, hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? We're OOOOF. We're able to do this.
What is the F stand for?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, it's OOO.
It's O.
It's
I
just-
know
It's
it's
O-O-O-O.
No, it's OOFO, out of fucking office.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that. OFO.
You know what? Guess what?
Say
I
it.
fucking don't even know what I was gonna say.
Well, figure it out. You said we were going down.
And because we are coming from Canada and we're down here as a trip, and we wanted to check out the stadium the day before, naturally there was just a ton of Raiders fans.
Yeah, the Raider gang's strong.
Doing the exact same, and it's like you can hear them just yelling out, "Raider," or I don't. What were they saying?
Just saying Raiders.
No, so we did go.
Raiders.
Where did
Yeah.
I get this hat? Well,
Raiders.
if you can't read,
Raiders.
I got it from AT&T Stadium, and I'm saying we went in. We were trying to get ourselves a tour of the
Yeah.
stadium, just like, oh man, oh shoot, we missed it. Oh, we can't get it here. You know, just trying to maybe.
We
pull
even
some
told them we'd
strings.
show our penises. They just didn't go for it.
He looked at us very weird. Very
we
sideways.
offered up Alex's penis.
And I said,
Don't
look,
mistake that.
I said it's gonna look like a dry kielbasa, but don't worry, it is healthy.
Just blow on it a little bit.
But luckily,
Yep. Crack it
crack
if you got
'em. But luckily, we were still able to go into the stadium, and we got into the pro shop, and we're walking around there, and it was about realistically like a 50-50 mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm not, maybe I'm a little exaggerating.
I'd say probably
Yeah.
70-30.
Sure.
Ad also
70-30 for Cowboys or Raiders?
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Ad also brought up a good point that it's probably they're a lot of the Raiders fans are probably getting into town either yesterday or today like we did. And what the fuck else are they going to do? All the people that live in Dallas, Fort Worth, or Arlington aren't going to be down at the stadium right now doing the stadium tour, right? But after looking at that, I am a little nervous that it is going to be a sea of silver and and black.
we're getting into a Raider sandwich tomorrow. I
hope not.
guarantee it.
I at the other last couple games, I hope this time we're surrounded by some Cowboys fans. Last one I went to, I had like 5 KC fans sitting beside me. The very first game I ever went to, I had probably the drunkest person on the planet. He wasn't aggressive. He wasn't a dick. It's just like you want to enjoy the game.
For the opposite team?
Yeah, he was for the Pats. And I mean, you want to enjoy the game and have like other Cowboys fans around you. It's going to be sweet because, I mean, realistically, I came with Tay. She, at the end of the day, could give 2 fucks, really. I mean, obviously, she wanted the Cowboys to win, but we're invested. Like,
Yeah.
if the Cowboys score and we're there live and we're drinking some Miller Lights,
Yep.
we're gonna get pretty jacked up.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
not
big
going
time.
to drink a light beer though. That's for damn sure.
I don't know if they really.
Well, if I'm forced to drink a light beer, I will.
I love that we
will.
have this clip of Alex saying that. I can't wait to clip it. I'm not going to drink a light beer, and then it's just going to be clip after clip of Miller Lights.
Hey, if I have to drink Miller Lights, I will, but I won't choose to.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It looks like you're doing the moonwalk because you're backpedaling from your ways.
Or is it because of these fresh white ass
they're so
kicks
white.
that you've been kicking all day?
They're so white and fresh that they're overexposing the camera.
That's right. So what we have to finish that story though, real quick, is we were coming out and there was people who were grinding my gears when we were walking out, and they're like, Raiders, and it's like, okay, I get it. It was too loud.
Yeah.
Like you're in a public space. Tone it
Well,
down,
when
Michael,
we
come on.
got off the flight, and I saw those two Raider guys.
And you're trying to pick a fight in the
Dad
airport?
was trying to get
and
us
you were trying to
stabbed.
fight two guys in the airport?
We
I remember
we
that.
literally landed for, I don't know, we bit 20 minutes. Ad's trying to get us stabbed.
All I said was, see you Thursday. And honestly,
you had
Did you
You
head
had
fake
them. You
Yeah.
did
You
head
go with
fake
the left
them.
and then
Yeah.
shake to the right?
safest place to say something to somebody too, because they just came off of a flight. If they were
probably holding in a pee.
If they were packed, yeah, exactly. They're probably holding in a pee.
Yeah, I noticed you didn't say much when we were in the pro shop.
No, of
Wait
course
till
not.
tomorrow.
Until tomorrow.
I mean, look. I'm not afraid to say something. I'm not going to say
At the
anything.
end of the
people
day,
didn't.
the Raiders fans that are down there that are screaming Raiders, all to them. The best way to shut that up is for our team to come out and fucking put a 20 burger on them in the first
exactly.
quarter.
Yeah,
You're not going to hear very many Raiders chants if it's 20-0 or 21-0 in the first 15 minutes. What's the biggest thing? The worst thing that can happen to us tomorrow is the Raiders score first, then get a big turnover, and now we're down 14-0, and Cowboys fans just go silent like a shriveled little cock. We can't have that happen. We need to be loud. Like people like
Dak Prescott is expecting to hear me cheer from him up in the nosebleed sections. He needs me.
yeah. So anyone that's wondering, we're pretty much can see Canada from where we're sitting.
But on a fair note,
was expensive.
those tickets cost us it
pretty
didn't
penny.
really cost us anything thanks to our sponsor DraftKings.
Kings and TPPN, love ya.
Make sure you go to DraftKings, and we don't know exactly when you're listening to this what that's going to give you, but just put in TPPN and you'll find out.
Exactly.
But bringing up a point, which I'm glad you did, and hang on,
You're welcome.
I'm doing a Bessie. There we go. So from the beginning of the season to now, the Cowboys have a -1 point differential in the first, and that's just adding up how
Yep.
many you scored and how many the other person scored, and tallying it.
Point diff, yep.
Okay, which is not bad actually. That's pretty good. It's pretty even. It's what you want to see. Now
We're at 3 minutes.
I realized on my side I should have went like this.
there you go.
30. We're at 30 minutes.
You know what? A little inside baseball. I just gave them a time clock that we're at the 30-minute mark here on the Cowboys CanFan podcast, sponsored by DraftKings.
If you've ever watched,
Cool brew.
what's the Follow the Yellow Brick Road?
Wizard of
Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Adam is the fucking wizard, and he just pulled back the curtain.
I just pulled back the curtain.
But-
I thought you were going to call me the guy like when we say it all the time.
I would call him the
Fucking lion.
Yep. I was
Coward-
going to say that.
You're the cowardly
I am
lion.
not.
I was going to call him lion. Not
Right.
because he's cowardly, because he just you're
gotta
more
go-
the Tin Man.
You're the Tin Man. You got a good heart.
If I only had a heart.
I'm Toto. Duh.
But let me, guys.
Sorry,
you
finish
know
it.
I love stats. I pulse on stats, and I'm
Alex pulses on
pulsing
stats.
right
Right.
now. You can't see it. So
can
minus
smell it.
I can smell it though,
We can smell you over here.
and it is salty. -1 point differential in the first quarter for the season to date for the Cowboys.
Yep,
Okay.
love it.
So they've only been outscored by 1 point total. It's not an average or anything. Since the Pats game, the Cowboys are -22.
What?
-22
The Pats?
since they
the
played
Pats game.
the
okay.
Patriots. The Cowboys are -22 in the first quarter. Not only
good.
that, a season average, this is game 1 to now, is 6.2 in the first quarter. 6.2 points they've averaged in the first quarter, which is like middle. Actually, I think it's top 5, top 10. Now, in the last 3 weeks, they've only averaged 3.3 points in the first quarter.
No good.
So this slow start, this is my words. I read articles and they say that this slow start, and I think we can all agree, is really crushing the Cowboys. Now, I don't know if it's just because they had a couple bad games and the plan kind of threw the offense awry, whatever, or the opposing team's defensive scheme through our Cowboys offense awry, whatever it might be. It still fucking sucks, and that's not good.
With that stat, it's even a little bit inflated because we had that Atlanta game where I think scored 21 points or something in the first quarter. So imagine it without that shellacking to the Falcons.
It has been a little bit of a weird last 3 weeks.
Yeah, like asses kicked, smackdown on the Falcons, asses kicked again.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's no getting around it. The last week's game was just as bad as an ass kicking as a Denver game.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? Like it's just a different type of ass
even though
game.
the score wasn't as
Yeah.
I had so much hope.
Actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Again, positive coming out of last week. Defense was impeccable.
Micah Parsons was a stud.
Yeah, Micah Parsons was a stud, and the
DFOI?
defense,
or DPOI?
down to fuck.
Down to fuck of the year. I'm not. Those aren't my words.
DTFOY, TFOYT.
OOF.
Down to fuck on the bed.
OFO.
Anyways, yes. Whoa, easy, bro. Have you never ran a podcast before? We're in episode.
No, that wasn't me. That was.
Hang on,
Alex.
Ant's cookies are finished. You can pull those out of the oven now.
You're gonna get up and go get them.
But like you're right. The shining, at least what we could take away from, which we could not take away from the Denver loss, at least we could take away from the loss against the KC Chiefs, was that the defense showed up. They played a fucking really good game. They kept the Kansas City Chiefs to 19 points, and they kept both Kelsey and
That's just the 31-minute mark.
Okay.
Let me fucking give me your signs. Like if I'm doing listen, inside baseball. If I'm doing some sort of signs, just go with it, bro.
I will. But just
be a fucking professional is all I want to say.
But can you sign me post sentence? Is all I'm saying.
You know what? I'll take that.
Because if I'm TikTok dancing you right now, you're not paying attention.
Do you hate whenever
if I'm
Do you ever hate when I hate in a professional setting when someone says, "Okay, you know what? I'll own that. I'll own that."
You know what I say to someone that says that?
Yeah, you will. And you're taking all the fucking money that you lost too on that. Yeah, which we have zero of, so it doesn't really matter.
It's zero of nothing is still zero.
Actually, you gain money in that case because we're in the hole.
Hey, I'll own that.
I'll own that.
All I'm saying is I agree with you. Great effort by the defense last game. They were not the problem. I'm trying to be nice here, but the reality, if I'm just going to speak candid with you guys,
offensive line sucked. So what we're gonna do here? Do you still have a few things that we're gonna go over? Because I was gonna kind of. You have a few, don't you?
I think we've covered everything.
I was gonna jump ahead and kind of steamroll this a little bit.
Yeah, fucking
Let's go.
Let's do a couple from each of us. 3 keys to victory.
Okay.
Ooh,
We've never done it. We've done we did our bold predictions already on our last video. We need 3 keys to victory. I want to hear it.
victory.
I don't want to start.
And whoever starts, the other people can't say the same thing.
Okay, maybe I do want to start.
And do we go 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Okay,
doesn't have to be.
3. Okay.
You gonna go?
I'll go.
Okay.
3 keys to victory. Number 1, we need to be running the ball far more than passing the ball.
Fair enough. Yes, absolutely agree.
Dakota, because I know I know you're watching this in the locker room right now.
He's watching it.
Dakota, don't audible out of those fucking running plays that the Dungeon Master sets up for you. Okay, let Zeke eat, let TP strike lightning.
Yep.
And just fucking watch your boys get it in the end zone.
Yep.
Okay, you're still gonna throw it. My bold prediction: 4 touchdowns from you. Let the boys eat. Okay, we still want the running plays. Okay, let the boys do the work. So that's number 1. We got to run. We got to run more than pass. Number 2, keep Micah as a defensive end.
So this is. I hate to cut in on it, but we talked
fair.
We talked to our boy Reggie at the airport.
Yeah.
Great guy, Reggie. Shout out.
Shout out,
He
Reggie.
thought that Micah should go back to middle linebacker. I still need to see enough of him at middle linebacker to see that it benefits the defense. But I think you're right. Micah right now at defensive end with some guys out is great.
Well, and what we talked about the fact that yes, Micah Parsons should, because there is LVE ain't doing the job. We do need someone like Micah who can kind of roam, do the QB spy, kind of be that impact player in the midfield, if you want to call it. But we need D-Law back,
Yeah.
right? Like we can't push him back. He can't go back to a full-time linebacker unless D-Law's
His
back.
pressures on the line just seem too hard to take away.
And even if D-Law's back, let the boys be on the nine together.
What I think if I'm playing Madden, okay, and I'm
he would be a great middle linebacker in Madden.
No, I'm
Micah,
watching
'cause
ratings.
He's so fast.
Absolutely.
I didn't mean Alex. I meant Micah Parsons.
I thought you
It
were
would
about
be a
No,
great
but I am
user.
5'8", 165, 170 on a good day. So, okay, I totally agree. But I think what you look at is like we need to make our front line, our D line, sufficient to create pressure, but we can't front load that. So, for example, if D-Law comes in and is able to kind of pick up what Michael Parsons was doing,
Put Parsons back.
it would be great to have both of them there, but it just leaves too much open in the middle. And unfortunately,
I
our
dig that.
our DBs are not studs across the board. I love our DBs, and look, don't get mad at me, boys. I know you're watching us in the locker room. Just don't get mad at me. Go out there and play your game, okay? But what I mean is, let's spread that talent out, so at least on the 3 levels of defense, we have some fucking competition, and we can make those decisions. It doesn't mean that you can't. Let's rush Parsons on a couple plays here and there and put him in that position to fucking capitalize. But I mean, if he's only playing there now because it's fucking empty.
Yeah, they have no depth. So you had what? Parsons at D end, run the damn ball. What's your number 3?
We probably should have just did one each.
No, let's go. You're on your
but
third.
no, because I have a couple more. So
Well,
I-
just do one. Don't fucking, because if you say it, you're gonna fucking steal it from me. I know it.
Okay, so
you're one more.
here's another one, and we haven't really talked about this. And just as we're talking through, I'm thinking, I want to leave. I want to let the guys. I want to let the fellas take some of the easy ones because there's a couple of easy things that we have to do. Okay.
Low hanging fruit.
This isn't a low hanging fruit one. What I'm about to say, because it would maybe be on somebody's list, but it's not the initial thing that we'd think about. But I don't want Dakota Rain Prescott to try to be Peyton Manning. I want Dakota Rain Prescott to be Dakota Rain Prescott.
Please say his name correctly.
Dak Prescott.
No.
It's Rain
Rain
Dakota.
Dakota.
Whatever.
I kind of like that you say Dakota Rain.
No. Okay.
Okay, so Dak Prescott.
I'm just saying he's gonna get.
I
mad.
like the Dakota Rain Prescott, honestly.
You know what? I'm not going to take. I can't take any ownership from that because that's how Skip Bayless always says it.
PRP?
So now you probably don't like it. Look at the face. Anth does not like Skip Bayless, and the fact that he just likes what I said there, and I just gave Skip Bayless credit for it. Okay, so what I was going to say is everyone keeps getting, and maybe it's Dak Prescott who needs to jump into it, but everyone shits on Mike McCarthy's chest about clock management. Fact of the matter is when we have something going, fucking call a timeout.
Yeah.
Call a timeout, regroup your team, and figure out the 1 or 2 plays that if something doesn't feel right, audible out of it when you go back to the line. Okay, but we need, like, if last week potentially putting out our number 1 wide receiver, I'll say it. CeeDee Lamb's
It put him out. It threw an interception, and it just totally gave momentum back. I know exactly what you're talking about. We talked about it.
I mean, you have to walk away from that and saying, okay, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that again because it's like, I'm not going to say it's like him fucking rush. It's for no reason. Taking it in and going one-on-one with a linebacker when you don't have to, when you already,
And that
it's
is
already
a
won the game.
like Mike McCarthy can technically call a timeout there, but it's very rare that
Anybody on the team, anybody on the field could call it.
It's very rare that a coach is going to do that to the quarterback. If the quarterback seems to have any type of momentum, Dak needs to call a timeout there.
Agreed.
But that doesn't take away from your third point, which is Mike McCarthy. There's every game, and Alex has brought this up before. We've talked about this before. There's always this 1 or 2. There's always at least one decision that can be looked back at. And your number 1 was clock management because they didn't call the timeout.
But I also said everyone shits on Mike McCarthy for it, but it has to be Dak's responsibility to make sure that you're calling those
So your
TOs.
third one is basically better clock management by the team.
Roger that.
And I agree.
Here's your 3, AJ.
My 3 are pretty simple. I want to see Tony Pollard out there in a near even split with Zeke. But I agree, we need to be rushing, and that's what TP's in there. And that doesn't mean that TP is going to be rushing the ball every time. I want to see that even split there.
You
We'll
like
see
to
what
see a
happens
split.
because Zeke's a little wilted there with the injury. Number 2, I think we need to. I don't know. Let's get the ball to CeeDee Lamb. No, I think giving Dak Prescott the time to throw, or Dak Prescott making the decision a little bit quicker. Whatever.
Yep.
I can't say what is the issue there, and with T. Smith back on the O-line, it's going to give him that extra
Legit did not know what he was. He didn't know how to say the guys.
I'm the kind of tard that has it in his head that's like it's just fucking, whatever. And number 3, I would say, shit. What do we need to do? Oh, no big plays. I liked what they did last week. They kind of sat back knowing that Tyreek Hill and Kelsey can fucking both go for 70-yard catches, and they didn't allow them to do that. I'm a big believer, and this comes from Mike Johnson himself, R.I.P.
Yeah, RIP.
Rip.
But he was always like, just let them fucking catch a 20-yard pass then, rather than catch a 15-yard pass and then go for 50, 60, right? Like, play your defensive backs a little bit more so that you're just cushioning your front line.
Bend,
a
don't
little
break.
bit. Bend, don't break. That's it exactly. So, and I don't know if that's been an issue or not, but I think we're talking just about things they should do, not about issues they've had that we're trying to correct. So that's what I think.
But
they
that's
should
the key.
do.
That's the key to success.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to break it down real quick. Last 3, I'll make it short and sweet. 1, get to Derek Carr with 4 guys. Micah Parsons was doing that really good last week. Got to get to him with 4 guys so our defensive backs can do what they do. Number 2 will be block Dak Prescott. Kind of what you said, AJ, a little bit. Block for Dak Prescott. Make sure he has time to get the ball off. And if he doesn't, game plan so that he doesn't need to sit back and have long developing plays. You don't need to be running a guy on a double route. Do a slant, do screen.
CD slants have been working really well.
Yeah, do a slant. There was a couple plays they showed third and 5, and they were doing double moves on the outside when all you got to do is run slants.
Yeah.
So game plan for if your offensive line isn't blocking, game plan to get the ball out of there faster. And 3, keep the Raiders to under 20 points. I think if the Raiders are under 20 points, I mean, even against KC, they had 19 points, so we should have won. But if we keep the Raiders to under 20 points, we should win the game.
Absolutely. And can I say one thing that we all did not say, but we've all been talking about?
Yeah.
More Turner.
Run on first down.
Yeah, run on first down.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think that's fucking...
That's it.
That sums up the game.
I'm gonna push us out right here for the bandwagon boys and your boy Anthbest. We are literally down here. We are less than 24 hours away from a fucking Cowboys Thanksgiving Day game. We're jacked to the tits. It's gonna be a good time. See you boys there.